All right, ladies and gents, welcome to a very interesting game mode and a very interesting map. This map is actually called Capture the Relic Spiral, but I call it a map that should be good but isn't. And I would like to explain why this map should be good but isn't. But first, I should tell you that I remember seeing this map back in 2013. This map was one of the few maps that were special that were brought in with the Age of Empires HD edition, which is a big part of what brought me back to the game a decade ago. And it was with the HD edition, I think the game mode Capture the Relic, where the players are going to try and capture this relic, was brought in, okay? And so they brought in a couple special maps, and look at the path that you would have to take here. You'd have to go through here, and then walk along, and then go through here, and then walk along, and then obviously you've got to make it all the way back with a monk. Now, I'm going to tell you why I say on a map that should be good but isn't here, okay? Well, because there's only two entries to the middle. Here and here. And so obviously that makes this wildly unfair for someone like Monkey 47 over here. Because what Monkey 47 is going to have to walk all the way over there with a monk. Now you might be like, oh my goodness, well T90, there's water though. Players can dock, right? No, for whatever freaking reason in this game, you can't dock deep water. Now you never encounter this in a normal game because it's always medium or shallow water. But deep water, if it is simply just deep water, I remember this from scenarios back in the day, actually. You can't dock it. So, you can use transport ships, but the only areas you can actually dock would be here. So, it'd be docking the crossing. So, you have the dock there, dock here, dock here. It's very difficult, and I expect this to be quite a grind. Now, I have messaged the devs, by the way, about this specifically. I'd never heard a response. But it would be great. I think if they could make some slight tweaks to it, make it a little bit more fair, it could be fun. But let's get our teams introduced. This is a 2v2v2v2. Okay. Let's get those teams introduced. In the teal here, we've got Spaz the Adventurer playing as the Malians, teamed alongside Smallhead, who's playing as the Dravidians. I may accidentally call this team Spazhead or Small Adventurer. I don't know. Either one has a ring to it for me. In the purple, we've got Kiki. Kiki's playing as the Italians. And Kiki's never played in a community game to my knowledge. I do remember a Kiko who's really good and ranked. Probably not the same player. And oh boy, haven't introduced Orange yet, but Orange is making a move towards the middle here. And is trying to get walls down to get away from the Jag and needs the quick walls to happen. Best of luck to you there, Orange. That's going to be really awkward to escape that. Anyways, I'll keep you updated on that. Teamed with Kiki, by the way, is Ursian. Ursian's playing as the Bengalis. All right. In the yellow, we have Monkey 47. Monkey 47 playing as the Sicilians. Teamed with Bengute, who's playing as the humans here. I haven't seen Bengute play in a game in a very long time. Has been around a long time, though. Oh, geez. More quick walls. More quick walls. More quick walls. More quick walls. Jaguar's hungry. Hasn't eaten in years. Ooh. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Who put animals here? Ah, geez. Okay, well, whatever. So we continue on. Bengute's been around a long time. Has played in games. Again, it hasn't been a couple years. But Bengute should be pretty talented, I think. I mean, I don't know if this individual player's skills have gone down or up, though, so that's kind of tricky for me. In the red, we've got Reckless Sarge playing as the Britons. And Reckless Sarge been in some community games over the last year or two. Reckless Sarge teamed with Smurfy McSmurfface, who is the player who just lost the villager to the Jag. Now, there have been some team discussions that I have missed. So, you know, there's been a lot of things here. But I decided, because of how difficult this can be, that I decided to, you know, go for teams. Ursian and Smurfy McSmurfface are over here together now. They're obviously enemies to each other. The Jaguar were looking for another kill. And Smurfy McSmurfface, not sure how confident this player is with quick walling. But certainly it doesn't look good so far. I mean, the pros make it look so easy. Oh, man. What an unfortunate start for Orange, who has walled this. So the players are getting through the middle from going on the other entryway, which red is going to go wall now. So that seems to be the strategy, okay? Now, I implore you, if you're watching later on YouTube, to let me know if you've played Capture the Relic or seen it before. I do have videos with it. Oh god, this whole team is just a whole wreck. Oh geez. Okay. Well, anyways, you know, it's a mode that I find to have potential. The unfortunate thing about Capture the Relic at times is players aren't really focused on that relic. One team can just win, it's a short game, and then things are pretty unexciting. So that's kind of the issue with it, but I have had some epic games in the past, and I think it could be fun. And I think it's like extremely underplayed as well. So one relic on the map. Let me break down some specifics here. So one relic, right? The relic is actually always visible. So you have a little bit of vision on it. Now, when a monk picks it up, you're going to hear the relic noise. So you hear this, right? And then after that, there's even more vision on the monk. The only time you do not see the monk carrying the relic is if the monk is actually in a transport ship. When you put the monk in a transport ship with that relic, it goes ghost mode and you can't see it anymore. So that part's pretty cool. Monasteries are also indestructible. So it says 9,999 HP, but I don't think you could ever do any damage to the monastery. You also cannot make new monasteries. So you are always going to have a monastery, you know, regardless of how things play out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. You are not limited to just one TC, as you could see here from Blue. Blue doing 2 TC thing with the humans. So, you know, that much is possible. You can add a lot of eco. You can attack other teams. Like, I'm thinking, and we're going to turn off market events because holy crap, that market usage is insane. You know, like, my thinking here is, wow, Reckless Sarge is really going crazy over this choke point. But let's say you're not close to one of the choke points. Because basically right now, the western corner and then like the northern corner have easy access. The others do not. I could see your strategy, as crappy as it may seem on paper, for people who really want the relic to be collected. I think a big part of your strategy, if you're like blue and yellow, could just be go kill the other people's bases. Because if you destroy red and orange's base, then they can't really compete with you to push the middle, right? So it would be very different if like... So my appeal to the devs, by the way, and trust me, I imagine on their priority list of things to do, this has got to be at the very bottom. In fact, this could have just gone immediately into the trash bin, but I like to believe they do listen to what I say. My suggestion is to have there be 4 entryways, right? 4 entryways that are evenly spaced. So instead of just 2, 4 of them. So you would have like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then have this be medium water, so every area is dockable. So every area would be dockable. There's 4 entryways, and then it's probably you're probably in a good spot. Ooh, that's a good question. Someone said, would this game mode break if the Armenians were involved? That's true. New Civ, the Armenians, you do get a relic when you build a monastery. Well, I guess you don't build it. You start with it, so I don't know. Maybe someone could test it. T90, is there a countdown after capturing the relic? No, you just need it in your monastery. That's it. You don't need to have it in there for a certain period of time. Yeah, I guess because it's a monastery and not a fortified church, it might be different with those civs. So right now, I'm kind of liking the teamwork here from Smurfy McSmurface and Reckless Sarge. They're both investing heavily to protect that choke point. The most important areas of the map would be this right here. There is a gray villager in here, though. And that gray villager is going to town. And that gray villager has walled up both potential paths. Well, no, that's not true. Actually, there's still this area. Well, no, you use that area to get in here. Yeah, so this is the kind of like the final path to the middle. And this has been walled up, and then we now also have a tower here. That's pretty cool. Green maybe didn't know about some of this. Green wants to drop a castle towards the middle, and there's lots of stone and gold there. And we are going to see that, and that could eventually work away on some of those walls. And that could be a problem for Reckless Sarge. But, you know, last time we did this, the game was over, like, super quick. I think this is going to be a very long game, so I hope you guys have made time for yourselves today, and you guys are ready to relax, find some you time, some us time, some community time, right? And hopefully this will end up being a pretty good game. But like Bengute, on the way to Castle Age, 51 eco, and we'll be in a position to kill. And like, I would be prone to say that it's bullying to attack people and not go for the relic if the map wasn't, if it didn't fall into the category of a map that should be good but isn't. So that's I think it's a proper description of the map as is. It's got so much potential. Like, this is my guess. So back then, does anyone here... Ooh, this will really test. This will really test how long people have been around. I know the answer to this. Does anyone know the dev team that worked on Age of Empires HD? Does anyone remember it? Obviously, I do. I've been around forever. Whoa, what did you do, Capture Age? What was that? That was pretty cool, actually. Riot Games? No, it was not Riot Games. So it was Skybox. And basically, listen, Age of Empires 2 HD brought me back. We don't need to get into it, but it was a massive cash grab. It didn't really add any features beyond like the original versions. The lag was way worse than the original versions. It clearly was a game. They were like, okay, let's feed off people's nostalgia, and this game's going nowhere, and we'll leave it at that, right? And then, you know, years later, the community exploded, and it wasn't even on the HD edition, and then the devs were like, holy crap, we actually have something here, and then we eventually got the definitive edition, right? Skybox did AOM. Yeah, the new AOM, or like the old one? Anyways, Skybox was a part of the team for... It was definitely a part of the team for HD. So maybe like one of the employees, like they implemented the new mode, and they just didn't really know the gameplay elements. Like, they thought about the map. Like, they had a good time with the map, but they probably didn't even know you couldn't dock on deep water, would be my guess. I think there were probably multiple studios on it, so maybe I'm incorrect. No, Ensemble did not the HD edition, but the original version back in the day. Yeah, and Forgotten did the civs. Yeah, Forgotten did the civ design. I don't think they did any game design back then. All right, so look at this. Blue shows up. Monkey and Bengute here. And they're going to break through. This is actually amazing, guys. I love this. Obviously, sucks for Reckless Sarge that Reckless Sarge couldn't get the stone wall down. But they're going to break through and think they're home clear. Home free. But meanwhile, there's a stone wall here from Gray. Like, there's a lot of layers of walls here. Also, think about the water, right? So, like, if you dock one of the areas to make Navy, you can't access the other areas with your Navy. So, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate bodies of water to dock to add Navy there. Oh, God, Reckless Sarge is being very reckless. Sarge, what are you doing? In all fairness, walls don't really give you a lot of vision, so maybe Sarge didn't see it. But that wasn't great for Sarge there. Dang. It wasn't a cash grab. If HD didn't come out, then you wouldn't be doing this now. Okay, so Comet. It falls under the definition of cash. It could both be a cash grab, but then also be something that brought me and others back to the game. And I'm not trying to diss HD. I spent 4,000 hours on HD, right? It was a cash grab. Also, I heard that literally from like official sources in... I've had some beers with some people at some big events, you know, in recent times. We've discussed these things. All right, so I'm not trying to be a hater here, all right? But I agree that it definitely, you know, it brought me back, but it was not treated with seriousness at the time. And eventually, you know, I think they realized there's a community here, and this game is something that could really bounce back. Yeah, Bill Gates and it was a conversation with Bill Gates, exactly. What would your strategy be if you were playing this? If I really wanted to win on this, and I really wanted, like, winning was of utmost importance and not winning in a cool way, which I do think some people value, it would be to just kill everybody else. It is so difficult. Again, that sounds lame, right? But it is so difficult to actually get that relic on this map, especially with how good people have played. Look at these layers of walls. It might actually be the best play to just go defeat everybody. So, can we please, live viewers and YouTube commenters alike later on, can we please salute and respect these guys for how they play this? They have gone for it, people. We've got walls from red. Yes. There was a dock from red. We had the same from orange. We've got gray in here with the tower and walls. Like, this is crazy, man. And then, like, look at everyone else's point of view. They don't even, well, maybe they do know. Orange knows. But a lot of people aren't going to know when they finally get to the middle that is walled up. Like, look at Blue's vision right now. That's so funny. They're taking it serious, and this is going to take forever. Oh, man. Blue walked all the way here with a villager to dock. Maybe make some transport ships, and here comes Spaz with some crossbows. These are step lancers. If those were like knights, the pathing would be a problem. But the step lancers do have that range. That's a lot of lancers there with some good upgrades, and they're going to just surround those crossbowmen, and goodbye crossbowmen. Dang. Yes. Thank you, Legis, for the 2 months. Thank you, Hizemi, for the 74 months, who says Blame Shulker. Hizemi, did we fix the rig bot? Love how I say we when that would not be me. That would mainly be you. Thank you, Walking Problem, for the new sub. But yeah, like, Capture the Relic, guys, was a mode that was introduced in 2013. So they did come out with some new stuff when HD came out. The gameplay elements and whatnot were just really, really bad, unfortunately. But apparently bot is fixed for the future. Cool. So most of you guys won't remember this. But maybe some of the people that have been around for 5+ years will. I actually did a 2v2 Capture the Relic event with pros at one point. And there were some memorable games, but it's been a long time now, to be honest, to have to look back at it. What are they talking about here? These players thinking about this. I think we should just build up since no one is getting to the Relic, and Smurfy McSmurface is, I guess. I mean, they're both down bad, right? Reckless Sarge is down to 26 fills. That's actually the correct call. Just avoid everybody else. No one else is going to get to that Relic anytime soon. Like, even Gray, who's in here, you can't make a monastery here. So, ooh, hold on. Are the Lancers getting through the wall? That's interesting. To me, it looks like the Lancers are attacking another piece of wall. I'm not seeing the damage being done. I guess he's not hitting the middle wall piece. So this will take some time. Honestly, I think what Gray should do more than anything is actually build a dock here. If you surround the inner circle with Navy, it could be really strong. Listening to T90 at one-time speed feels so weird. I don't even talk that slow. But you guys all speeding me up on YouTube, I can understand that. All right, Smurfy McSmurface still trying to protect the choke point. Now, this, to me, could put a big target on Orange's back. A bigger one that's already there. Because players need this entryway. Yellow's going to engage with some light cav against the monks. It's not the worst engagement ever for Yellow. And Blue's already on the way to Imp, so Blue should be able to make Trebs to take down Orange. And look at the amount of castles everyone is building in this choke point. Oh my god. This is crazy. I think also what has made this... what has allowed the players to use a lot more creative freedom here has been the fact it's on Explored. Last time we did this, it was on normal Explorer, and it was really hard for people to know where they could enter. All right, so prediction time, right? Because that relic's not going to be collected anytime soon. Prediction would be, and the villager's still here for Gray, which is important. Orange and Red are going to die. They are right next to all of this. Blue isn't exactly attacking them, but like Blue's going to at least treb down all of this, which is really bad for Orange. They've really gone for the Relic, right? This is the game mode. But unfortunately, everyone else is going to have to go through them. Now, the other side is a little bit more interesting. Gray actually was building a castle that got denied by Green's Yurumi Swordsman. I like to consider myself a Yurumi Swordsman. You've got the... They do have mustaches. I can't really show you that at the moment. They're too busy slapping a castle, but... A good teamwork here from Green and from Teal to deny that castle. So these two actually have a really good shot to start to make some progress through the middle here. Relatively uncontested. Look at these mangonels. 10 kills already. And Gray's just camp in the middle. I love it. So I guess it would be on purple to try and help out on land. Purple's on the way to the Imperial Age. It doesn't look like the economy is that good, but I am noticing that they're trading and whatnot. So that's something. Big discrepancies with the eco counts right now. T90, are you a pickleballer? I have never played pickleball. I think I would really enjoy it. Because my knees and my ankles can't take tennis like I used to be able to. But I need probably knee surgery and foot surgery, so that's probably a big part of it. But anyways, there's a lot of pickleballers down here. So maybe I'll play pickleball someday. What's pickleball? Pickleball's like tennis light. Less running, smaller courts. So, you know, basically it's, you know, for those people that may be a little bit more injury prone or older, let's say, as there are quite a few elderly here in Florida. Tennis with a pickle. No, you're not hitting a pickle. I used to play a lot of racquetball with my buddy back home. I miss it. But people are very judgmental of pickleball. I've noticed. Some people. Especially in the tennis community. Which I suppose is fair. Badminton? No, it's not like badminton, but badminton's also amazing. I used to play a ton of badminton. Alright, so again, orange is going down. Green is even trying to push from this side as well. That is a lot of Yurumi swordsmen walking through. And blue is able to transport to here. Okay, so actually, check this out. So blue's making a lot of progress. Blue's going to transport to here. And then has more transports here. Actually, this transport is useless, is it not? What's it going to do? Take you here? This is funny. This transport feels very useless. I suppose you could, like, take yourself to these areas faster. You would actually want to be transporting from here. Oh, wow. Which blue's going to do? Oh, shoot. Blue's got a really good shot. Oh, jeez. Demos, not the mustaches. Oh, man. The Yurumis get slaughtered there. And yeah, lead Step Lancer for blue. Step Lancer should perform very well in these chokes. And green's got good eco, but blue's got some momentum right now. On the back of that 2 TC boom with the Cumans. Like I said, like, Bengute's been around. I have not seen him in years. Today we did first come, first serve, right? Because our bot was broken, so it would make sense that people really know how to operate the lobbies would get in. Which is why we do have some regulars, but always remember to being really solid in community games. And progress is being made. Gray is here, though, in the middle. And Gray is just camping that with mangonels right now. The blue is going to start to slowly tread down some of these walls and make some progress there. There's not a lot of resistance for blue, right? Reckless Sarge pretty much out of the game. Orange kind of out of the game. You just need to, like, build TCs in the corners and try and come back economically, I'd say. Now, I see Teal's army count's pretty high. It's up to 58, but of course there's yellow to deal with as well. It feels like green and Teal could maybe fight together here, but then they do have to worry about this side as well, which is very tricky. So. I don't know why Petito randomly asked me about pickleball. I probably shouldn't have responded to said message. Stables in the north here from Gray. And this is like in Green's eco. So I think Gray, like, remember the castle went down, so Gray's a little bit slighted, right? So maybe like Gray and White will want to spam some light cav into Green's eco, which could make life difficult for Green. DM me, I will send you a paddle for Christmas. I work for Celric, the biggest pickleball company in the world. Oh, it was an offer. Well, that's a great offer. I don't have a P.O. box at the moment, so I don't think I will take you up on that. If I eventually get another P.O. box, I will absolutely take you up on that. It's just going to have to be after Christmas. Which reminds me, I still think I'm paying for a P.O. box back at my old town. I never gave the key back. No. Actually, that card expired. Okay, shoot. I still got to figure that one out. I had a P.O. box, you know, for people, you know, like nice offers like this. I don't want to give out my address. It's very possible when I go to the UPS store that they're going to be like, hey, you have an outstanding bill of $200 because you didn't give the key back. It's actually probably way more than that. Anyways, that reminded me of that. That's embarrassing. I don't think I'm getting charged. Please explain the win condition here. Relic, Monastery. There you go. There you go. That's it. Simplest explanation ever, but not so simple to get to the middle. Green and teal looking to push. Well, control this choke point. They actually control both choke points right now. I also like how teal's got demos here. I still do feel like gray is going to raid green at some point. But gray, never mind. Gray's still focused on the middle here. Look at this, guys. So the wall has been taken down. There's a treb in it. But the step lancers are making progress. Blue gets in here to find this is fully stone walled. A nice shot from blue to finally make some progress here. In the end, the step lancers will die. Where's the villager at? Oh, the villager needs to survive. The villager is so important. If this villager dies, this is horrible for Gray. Gray just needs to be able to re-wall that, right? There's more step lancers on the way. I don't know if Gray even sees the villager. Oh, man, and blue's going to treb down that castle, too. Now, meanwhile, though, it's very possible that green and teal start to get a push together to take all of this down. So think about it. If you're blue, you got to get a monk in here. You got to get an old bald man in here, right? And look, there's actually 5 of them together. Well, 5 is better than 1, I guess. But so you get the relic, you start bringing it back, you're going to go here. So if you lose control of this area, you could have some big problems. Now, I guess in theory, depending on if you have a transport in every section, you could actually still take it to your base. What in the world is happening here? Okay, gray on a suicidal mission against the yellow castle. That's one way to handle it, but you're going to lose all those villagers, gray. Green kind of pushing purple. So yeah, it feels like 2 teams are really strong, 2 teams are very weak right now. Gray goes to yellow. Why attack me? Do you want blue to win? Well, yeah, they're teamed, actually. Yellow and blue are teamed, Gray. You might not have picked up on that. So yes, that is exactly what Gray would want. Or what yellow would want. Oh my goodness. Actually, I think blue's doing it. Look at this. Here we go. They need to get here fast. Wow, I mean, this takes a lot of effort, man. All came back to that one dock that was able to placed earlier. Okay, everyone's going to get the notification. We didn't hear it, unfortunately, but it should show. Hey, you see how I can see the monk and all the vision? So blue can walk to this transport. Transport over. Get into this transport. Transport over. Walk across to this transport. Transport over. And they need to stop that. Oh my goodness. Castle, 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 castle from blue. Yeah, they might not be able to stop this. Yeah, I don't think they can. They're pushing. Like, they're pushing the choke. They're controlling the other choke. But we actually have a transport in pretty much every single section here, despite how difficult it is. And that is going to be a W there for Benguta. Now, it should mean yellow as well, because it's 2v2v2, of course. But this has happened way faster than I ever expected. Well played. And obviously, like, you're really concerned now someone could run in and kill this monk. Especially if you're starting to lose ground here, so you want to be safe. Look at orange. Look at orange right now. Smurfy McSmurfface is back. Smurfy McSmurffaces, don't call the GG yet. I will kill that monk. Here we go. Now, you can put monks in castles if they have the relic. I'm not sure blue knows that. Yep. Well, nope. Actually, nope. The Steppe Lancers are just killing the camels. Monk is there. Monk is there. Monk is gonna die. Ooh. Okay, so, you know, if other people... Look, if other people are showing up, trying to get here... Well, that would be yellow, the teammate, I guess. If they just could push a bit faster, maybe they could get there. It feels still like that is like... It feels like a foregone conclusion, though, that that blue will get this. It's kind of funny. I bet you blue is pop-capped right now. Blue is not making a monk. Blue is bringing the other monks home. And blue just playing it safe. But, I mean, what a crazy eco this game, right? Blue's done a really good job. And the others will know the relic is there. But how are they realistically supposed to really be able to do much there? Yeah, Smurfy McSmurface tried salutes to Smurfy because Smurfy did do a good job to, I mean, kill that, right? If other people were able to come help out, that could have maybe saved the day. In this instance, obviously, from what we can see, didn't really save the day. I liked how orange and red both prioritized the choke points. And then blue got that one dock up a long time ago. And there we go. Right at the end, gray sent some resources over to purple. So, an interesting map, right? I think blue made this look way too easy. Like, and honestly, maybe for the length of the video, you know, so this didn't take 16 hours. Maybe this is actually just the perfect way to see this map play out. Green and teal were pushing together. They had what looked to be soon an unkillable army. Would have been tough for just Steppe Lancers to engage. They were making progress against all the fortifications that yellow and blue built up. But blue is able to get the transport ships. And the transport ship was such an important part. You could only get that transport ship because of the dock that went up earlier in the game. How long ago was that? Let's see. Okay, so this dock, I remember, was being denied at 27 minutes. Eventually, will complete. And they made a couple demos, which I remember got some connection. So that dock was up for a bit, right? But, you know, like, the transport ships were made, and then pressure starts to come in. Like, this game is so different if these transport ships weren't there, because this got pushed pretty early on. Like, remember this, right? Gray didn't have this fully walled yet. Blue's still pushing. Thinking ahead with those transport ships is really what won blue the game. But again, I've seen Benguti around. I think he probably has played the map, and this is not a map a lot of people played. Obviously very skilled as well. GG, well played. So curious, YouTube, tell me what you think about the map. I think this map becomes like a bit more competitive, a little bit more fair if it has additional crossings, and then the water is medium water. I like how the sections of water are sectioned off from each other. Like, you wouldn't want one player to be able to make like navy and have that extend towards the middle, because I think that would be unfair. But yeah, basically, if you make it dockable in every area so everyone can try that, and then have a couple more entryways on land, could be something we could see a little bit more frequently in the future. Someone did tell me in my chat that they can make that version too, so maybe we could do that. But well played, Bengute, who said, played it a couple times, never won though. Got it. Well, Bengute, I think that says a lot about your experience though, right? I think this is a map that takes us way back. I know you've been around a bit, and you certainly played like you thought about it a bit. As did everyone else, though. I mean, let's not forget, red and orange walled up the chokes. We had like gray in the middle with some crazy walls and towers. Some good team play eventually from purple, who unfortunately got destroyed. Actually, everyone played this really, really well. So yes, you obviously won the game there, blue, but everybody had a really good outlook on it. It was just the transport ships that saved you. GG. And maybe I'll bring more Capture the Relic content in the future. We'll see.